So now we are back and we are going to start with references. So if you go under references, you see table of content. If you're looking to write table of content for anything, you can choose table of content here. You can go here and there's nothing more online. Custom table of content. So let's say we choose this one for example. As you can see, you can type things here and it's automatically number for you. And of course, you can change the numbers here. And you can type all of this, type in your table of contents, so you don't have to manually do all this. And if you click enter here and start, and you can even continue typing. If you do not want to use any of the pre-made table of contents, you can also create your own custom table of content. So you can decide to show page numbers, right align page numbers or not right align them, tab header if you want dot or if you want a line kind of like that, if you want this. So let's just choose a line, and you can choose different levels, that is how many sub levels. So this is kind of the main level and this is the sub level, and let's say in this case I want just one sub level for example, and use hyperlink instead of, yeah, let's use that. That is if it's on the web, web preview, and this is print preview. So you kind of see two of what it looks like. And then here, these ones are grayed out. We'll get to them later on. But you can also the format, you can also go from template or you can go classic, the extensive, fancy, modern, different things. So let's just go from templates here, and here we also have more options for you to stylize it, and here you have modify also for you to stylize it. So you can explore these things on your own, and then you click OK, and bam, right there to be inserted for you. And whatever you have headings, so these headings right here correspond to these headings, this heading. So that's where these things come from. So these headings here come from. So if you have already written your Word document, you have headings in different pages and stuff like that, it would, when you create a custom heading, it will take that and turn it into a table of content for you, add page numbers, and choose the type of line that you want. So that's very cool, and that is it for table of content. And up next we go over to add text, and it just says to include the current heading in the table of content. I don't know if you've noticed this, but whenever you hover over something, it kind of gives you a preview of what it's supposed to do. So this is like after you've created your table of contents, right? Later on, you can update your table of content. Let's say you've added more documents, you've added more headings, you can just click on it and click update table and update entire table. Update page numbers only will only update page numbers. If you do on the update entire table, to update everything in the table. But right now there's nothing to update because the document is still the same. So up next we'll go over to footnote. Here, this is where you insert your footnote. So this is probably not a good place to do the example. Let me use this one for example. Let me put my cursor right there and click insert footnote, and we'll call this footnote 1 and click enter. And as you come back here, it says this one right here corresponds to this footnote. So let me click on this for example and click insert footnote, and 2 comes up, and you can see that footnote right there corresponds to this one. So that's how you insert footnotes in Microsoft Word. Very easy, simple, straightforward. And you can also insert endnote, and you can also insert endnote to different documents. You can next footnotes, you can look at your footnotes to check them out and make sure they're correct in order, and show notes here. Okay, and this is kind of your footnote area. So I'm going to delete all of this here. And to remove your footnote, you just go over here and delete that. And once you delete it, that automatically deletes the corresponding footnote. And if we go over to 1 here, and as you can see, whenever I hover over a footnote, it kind of shows you the icon. And if I delete that, that also deletes the footnote. So that's how you get rid of your footnotes. And this was the end note, and that deletes the end note also. And you can click on this for you to have a little bit more control over your footnotes and your end notes. You can customize it as you want, apply it to the whole document or just this particular section, continuous numbering, or restart each section, stuff like that. And when you've tweaked it to your heart satisfaction, you can just click insert or apply, and it will be applied. In this case, I'll just click cancel. So the next thing we are going to look at is called Smart Lookup. So when you click on Smart Lookup, words will come out here. So let's say, for example, I click on necessary, right? And I click on Smart Lookup. Necessary will be defined from it's an adjective, a noun, the definition, web search, and this is powered by Bing, of course. And you can go to define, and just kind of gives you the definition of it, even the origin of it. So that's what Smart Lookup does. It's kind of very cool. And then we also have something called researcher. And researcher, and let's say we search for people here. So you can do quick research on somebody, on something. Let's say you're writing a paragraph or writing somebody's bibliography. You can do a quick search on that person right here inside Microsoft Word. So even without opening your browser, you can search for things, which is super, super cool. You get relevant topics. You can go to journals, websites, and you have so much control inside Microsoft Word. It's awesome. And now insert citation. This part is really, really fun. So let's go to manage sources to begin with. And in the next video, I am going to show you guys how to insert citation. And we'll go to manage sources, how to add your references into Microsoft Word, and how to insert them according to different styles. And that'll be on the next video. See ya.